We are downtown Denver, and we are going to be exploring some of the more hand-picked, beautiful buildings I can find so that you can experience the wonderfulness that is downtown Denver. Next building is the Governor Arms Apartments. Apparently, with a stone foundation, red brick, maybe facade, might actually be red brick walls, but with stone corners that go all the way up to the roof. And that center rounded section looks somewhat reminiscent of medieval architecture, which is probably what they're trying to replicate. The old stone castle look. Diagonal bricks accentuated by a stone diamond centerpiece. Check out this stone staircase, stone and brick. And you can clearly see they've let the ivy grow quite a bit. By design or not, it's pretty. And the wooden door on the side. Okay, now the back of this building is feeling like it's telling me a different story. It is red brick, so it's clearly before the 60s, because they didn't do this afterwards very much because it was too expensive. However, if you can see the wooden frames of this building, I guess this would be garden level, definitely wooden frames, and they're showing some serious moisture signs. But the snow, you can see this, the snow would definitely come up that high, if not a lot higher. So, you know, there's rust for about the first 18, 24 inches of the metal gate. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go with 1950s, maybe 40s. I think that's probably about period specific, which would encompass both the back, the side, and the front. Front definitely looks 20s and 30s, but I'm going to go with 50s. I don't know if I can verify this. I've searched the whole building, and I do not see any sign of a cornerstone or plaque or anything like that. So if anybody has any thoughts that are different than mine, tell me in the comments. Right, so there's the Governor Arms Apartments. Right next door is the St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Let's see if we can find what we can on that. Okay, so we're going to find some date information on it if we can. But just to describe it, it's definitely red brick, probably a little older than the Governor's Arms. But if you look at the brick and the concrete capping on that wall, I guess that would be the east wall, definitely looks older. And I can say that looking at this stained glass mirror, I see some definite issues with the grout or caulking. It's almost disintegrating. I mean, a lot of it really has. See, it's either older or being taken care of more poorly. But kind of neat, I don't know if I can get this, but some of the capping detail shows what looks to be crossed swords or daggers on that corner right there, and on this side is a book. So if any of you scholars regarding religion, and especially as it might pertain to a Lutheran church, can tell me if that means a balance between learning and strength, that would be my guess. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, looks like I'm pretty much on par. This building, the Lutheran Church, has a cornerstone saying 1925 with a cross in between the 19 and 25, which pretty much goes along with what I was guessing as far as the comparable ages between between this church and the next door Governor's Arms Apartments. You know, the bricks here definitely are textured on the outside with a vertical texturing, whereas the Governor's Arms are not. I'm guessing that, you know, again, the Governor's Arms is probably 25 years newer, which would put it in the 40s or 50s. So, again, tell me if I'm wrong. this is the YMCA building. And if you notice, very ornate capping at the tops of these faux columns. I'm not going to go past that mesh-like building because that's not part of the original building, I guarantee it. That part of the building easily looks like 1950s or 60s. So let's just focus on this one. I've already found the cornerstone, and it is a 1906 building. So that is MDCCCCVI, which is 1906. Okay, and here we've got the back of the building. Now it almost looks like the oldest part of the building has been renovated considering the state of the rest of the brick, but I don't think it is. I think it's just been cared for better. That's just a guess, but if you'll notice the back, you've got the stone foundation and the brick archways. I mean, obviously that was not the original wall inside the archway because it's stone and inside it is brick and metal. And you've got the same archway here and over all of the windows in the back. And it only goes as far as that original older part of the building. Absolutely gorgeous. Stone window sills. They bricked off a couple of the archway basement windows or garden level, but it really stinks back here. Smells of urine. Obviously there's a dumpster, and the rest of it is probably where a lot of homeless people live, pee, and do their substance of choice. However, this doesn't change the fact that this is a beautiful old building. Beautiful. Needs more brick, water damage, and so forth, but I think they're doing a good job. Okay, we are coming to the end of this particular video, and I think there's one more place, if I didn't get it in the first installment of downtown Denver buildings that are awesome, is the Brown Palace. I may not be able to get the whole thing today, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Let's go. The Brown Palace Hotel. Steeped in the 141 years of history that Colorado has been a state in the United States. The lore is that more political decisions and compromises and deals have been made in this building at that cigar bar. Amazing. And in case you're interested, Yelp has the Brown Palace Hotel with 4 out of 5 stars and 264 reviews. Not bad. And it is a registered landmark. And a popular destination for weddings and events all alike. And across the street is the Navarre, an 1880 building. It's also made of brick. It's got the wooden porches, appropriately aged, and it is next door to La Loma Mexican kitchen, which I've eaten at and is very good. that'll do it for today. We've seen a whole bunch of buildings. We've seen churches, apartment buildings, the Governor's Golden Dome, and I think that's pretty good for one day. Like I said, we're coming back on a special for the mall because that is an episode all of itself, maybe even a 2 or 3 parter. But either way, thanks for joining me today. Tell me in the comments if you'd like it, if you want more, if you want something different, if you want me to do more, less research, whatever. Let me know what you want. Have a good one.